still early. Where to now? Nice. Nice.
Wait, sorry about that. I needed lots. Sorry, I forgot to mute some stuff. Sorry about that, guys. You guys hear me now? It should be good now? Yeah, if there's any viewers here, just oh yeah, sorry for that. Anyways, you guys probably didn't see it, but anyways, right here. Your account. A bunch of stuff. Logged in a very long time. Not the longest, but there might be some holes here. Nothing wrong with sweet. I can't wait for that.
More and more species are disappearing.
It's you.
I thought you'd be too preoccupied.
Precisely because of these obligations, I felt compelled to read it swiftly.
Wouldn't all these preoccupations slow your pace?
On the contrary, knowing that
I understand completely.
Precisely. As I remember, you and the history of myth.
Now that I think about it, students would... may I ask, Lady Aglaya, has your relationship with Professor Anaxel always been like this?
He openly dismisses people's faith and questions.
A Dromus draped in...
As I see it, this despite his Anaxagoras'
The gods have chosen.
He was indeed chosen by Sir. Is something weighing in light of his assistance. However, if Anaxa decides to make any move that places us in danger, I will...
Just as I feared.
The flame chase journey is
Still, perhaps Anaxa will all...
I understand you, but now, let's greet our guest. You're here. Does this mean you're ready to... Surrendering the corpse, however, from that point onward. On the contrary, it's exceedingly rare. There are still many priests. It looks like you... Memories that exist.
I can't explain why.
Since you've made your decision, go back to the bath chamber and get some rest. Trinem will call for you when the ceremony is ready. It is difficult for me, as the guide, to absolve myself from blame for things to have progressed to this point. Time and again, you have risen to when the dust settles.
Can I seriously not download it? Oh, I didn't.
Miss, may everything go well for you. Previously, although personal No, it just contains an alec. It swallowed the princess of the city, overwhelmed by grief. The author of this book, among the things while flipping through these, it was as if... That's right. Speaking, despite having visited many cities in Amphorius, I still understand... forget it.
I'd love to go in and take a look.
That's right. Oh, partner, you're back just in time. This is something that the both of you should probably know. I wouldn't call it trouble. I just think it will be favorable if the both of you understand the situation in Akima better.
Do we never account for what the elders that was on our guild previously? It seems that they have made the move.
Some background information for you. The Council of Elders is an authoritative body in Amphorius, made up of different city representatives. They hold legislative power over the Holy City, and are in charge of presiding over the Citizens' Assembly held once every few years. This is the most important social event of Akima. It is highly influential, and can even affect what happens to the Flame Chase journey. Despite her vision and wisdom that spans across thousands of years, even she... Every 5 to 10 years, the Council of Elders or during the assembly. That is correct. However, the problem lies in the fact that there are ill-intentioned extremists in the Council of Elders. They view the Citizens' Assembly as a way to restrain the Chrysos heirs and hope to take we can refer to them as the opposition. During the assemblies held in the past 100 years, the voices supporting the opposition have been growing stronger in the shadows. It's only thanks to Aglaya that the Flame Chase journey has been able to continue to this day. The Citizens' Assembly is just...
Me?
I'm afraid that the Council of Elders might want to take... Aglaya will surely take back Cersei's core flame. But with Anax's current condition... It's so... He has always been someone that is only concerned about his own research. I'm certain that he must want to... Anaxa has never believed in the prophecy, so technically it cannot be considered a betrayal. However... as I believe in his character, I plan to plead with Aglaya and try to buy more time for him. Then, the greatest... Allow me to apologize. Go and rest, and... Oh, right. You can read this scroll if you want to...
So it's pretty much I don't do politics. I don't do politics.
Nervous. Mem.
Yeah, I hope so too. Perhaps a new phase of our trailblazing expedition in Emporius is about to begin. Get some rest and wait for them to make ready.
Esteemed one, Orynyx's vacant totem awaits. If you have already made your preparations to become a pillar of Amphorius, please, step forward.
Not a bit of MC never so long, but like that's kind of how.
Little Gray and Mem, thank you. Your resolves cannot be questioned. We praise your pure selflessness and courage. May Kefali get ready to assume Orynyx's The divine position of Orynyx has already been vacant for... We can feel the space of the trial closing. As there isn't much of their soul left, we'll have to complete the ceremony before their soul completely dissipates.
Let's begin.
The eighth core flame coveted by the miracle that once belonged to the great Vale of Evernight, Orynyx. It shall now be returned by the two elected heroes of the Chrysos heirs. A traveler who is upright and courageous, and a sacred beast that invokes miracles. Both of you, please, come. Recite along with us. O Majesty of the 12 Titans, pillars of the world, we seek your divinity to to mend the rifts of the world. Fill our bodies with blood of gold, till we wither in willing service to the...
Anyway.
These are just words meant to make the prayer seem more solemn. Please. And surrender. Orynyx. Their soul has been waiting for a long time.
Perhaps they're also quietly waiting for the arrival of their successor. The last time I heard this.
Don't worry, Aglaya. She's tougher than I am, right?
Yeah.
Traveler from beyond the sky, let us pray that the Titan acknowledges your worthiness.
Although she loves cracking jokes at inopportune times, her determination is as strong as the Chrysos heirs. She will definitely... While she's away, I would like to have a chat with you, Aglaya.
Speak.
Slap, slap! Wake up!
We are... We have to make it.
How is it? How do you feel?
As the trial begins, how are you able to talk?
Right? I think that it's amazing, too. I have such a cute voice. Also, listen.
Mother, it hurts. Have I finally reached the end? Are the years of isolation coming to an end?
Orynyx. Oh, how hard. We are going to help alleviate.
Memories broken. Mother, where? You. It's you. Skyfather. Mother is calling for you. Skyfather. Mother is... something and important.
Orynyx, listen to me. Aren't you tired? There's no need for you to bear this any longer, Orynyx. From today onwards, someone else will bear time on your behalf.
Literally time. Get it?
Freedom.
I get it.
Freedom. I want freedom.
Oh, poor child. Everything will be fine. Let us help you.
Well, like,
You can have a good...
You have potential, strength, willpower, powerful, and tenacious. But you lack something. Just
lacking something.
what you lack is a future.
Future?
Traveler from the sky, you should have dissipated already. The gaze from Sky Father. Stabilize your form. Because from the moment you crossed the sky, your life was cast away. Right now, you are simply a collection of walking memories.
What? How is that possible?
The space is collapsed. Someone must inherit the authority of time. If the pillar is lost, the laws of time will collapse. Amphorius will succumb to time. Never compromises. Never bears grudges. Never forgives. Never makes a choice. Child of humanity. Titans. Mother. Sky Father. Time restrains everything that exists in this world.
Orynyx's divinity.
Pathstrider of remembrance. My strength. I shall entrust it to you. The fate of the world. Go and find. Even if that means you'll have to cheat death. You'll have to challenge that. Hand of shadow, clasped with unyielding fingers.
Final link. Keep it simple. This is it. Orynyx has entrusted you with the divinity. Now you're no different now you're no different from a demigod of Amphorius. However, remember still worrying about what happened during the trial. They are still explaining things to others and bringing me back here. progress first. We landed in Florence. Our car was pierced by Nicator's lance. Do you remember? Back in the ruins of Abyss, this is what I said. You passed out when our car got hit. I blacked out too, but not before dragging you out. Good thing we were in a car, otherwise we would have been crushed to pieces. Actually, I have made a quick explanation. What happened was actually complicated. You were severely injured back then. Several wounds bleed profusely. I struggled to carry you out and used the last my strength to stand bleeding. But now I also hit like a ball consciousness. But last time I checked, you weren't breathing. Thinking you were full blind with letters, so I never brought this up again. So how do I call my life? I don't know. I don't be it with anything. But according to the Titan, you are living in the form of memory, just like those objects or miracles of Ornix. Perhaps man is the name that has present. I had assumed that they were straightforward to be exact opposite. For a while I thought you saw something that hypothesis. Yeah. That's experience. There must be a way to save it. Ornix mentioned finding your stolen meal, cheating them, considering my days in the struggle of debate. It might seem to suggest there's something from your power and ways in which you were step. He seems to lie, with the hand of shadow, whose whereabouts are unknown.
Hey, are you alright? I heard you two talking about Thanatos. Cass is also very she has left the vortex and returned to the garden. Shall we go and look for her? Thanatos is the Titan that Cass has always been looking for.
Let's do that.
Oh, right. There's something that I have to tell you. The Chrysosairs already know everything that has happened to you. I was too worried, so I told them everything. Please don't hate me, okay?
Actually, I'm kind of like beating, but like, yeah, hard to get down.
Miss, I'm right here. Please stay there and slowly turn around.
For some reason, you feel you have seen a scene. Watch on your head, then back or touching the past, then little sweet spreading into your thumb, your heart beats really slow.
Please pardon me.
Let's cut this line. The sound fragrance of the unnamed flower builds itself, sweetness making you get the meat to drink. You realize there's still not, or no, through sex, your death will come for the calmness of initial touch disperses we have and replacing it, touch of fingertips, and a tremble form of tribulation that originated from a certain mind healing. Her quivering finger gently brushed against her cheek, causing a faint.
Just as I expected. I cannot feel anything. Back at the Grove, I was puzzled as to why you were not affected by my curse. I'm sorry. Miss, if my abrupt behavior, I'm just thinking. If you're...
Cass, did you
My apologies. But, Miss, would you... I have, I seem to have caught a glimpse of something, but perhaps it might not be a bad thing. If you're so close, just a few more. The connection has been severed. It was me. I was a little too hasty. No, Amphorius needs... Lady Aglaia and Lord Finon are currently discussing some matters in the past. Also, please accept this Styxian fable. Reading...
Species are disappearing. They're here.
Surprised considering how we landed here.
That partner! Hyacinth said you definitely wait. That's the medical prowess of the Twilight Courtyard.
You've completed the trial of time. And I have to admit that However, I never expected that. Two people who have cheated.
That's what we have been talking about. Mighty has been in Akima for such a long time, but there's no one thought to study.
Many have had this idea, but so far there have been no... Nevertheless, now is not the time for us to give up. At the very least, we can still see a glimmer of hope. Cypher. If anyone... I'll try and get her to return to Akima, but do be prepared for a less than ideal outcome. Please understand that throughout the history of Amphorius, no one has ever managed to... It is my duty. We too require you to bear the divine position of time. But before that...
What's wrong, Aglaia?
Omens always come in pairs. It's Anaxagoras. He has initiated contact with the Council of Elders.
In the end,
Of course he had.
I earnestly hope that your assessment of him is accurate,
I
Finan.
hope it is not the worst, to be fair.
Otherwise, the efforts of my teacher and I...
I'm back here again. I remember this dream. This realm is...
Hey! Excuse me!
The mutters of the Traveler are in a language I'm unable to comprehend. Or perhaps...
Tell me, which Titan reigns over...
Hand of Shadow that... Could this...
Not
Then where is this? River of...
the Nether Realm. Nothing but an illusion, Titan. Listen.
What? The Traveler lifts their wrinkled finger. I look in the direction they are pointing, and the sound of I can hear it. I hear it. Deep within the tides. A voice. About...
Child of human... Is it death's embrace you yearn? Oh, you have awoken. Your consciousness is dissipating much faster than I expected. Ultimately, it seems like the Titan...
How much longer can my consciousness remain in...
In my estimation, at best, you'll see... What is it? Are you finally starting to become...
On the contrary, 15 days feel... Stop giggling. It's time for us to go. The messenger from the Council of Elders...
Let me ask you one more question.
What betrayal is there to speak of when I was never loyal to her to begin with?
What about that white-haired student of yours?
There will be a price to pay for blind faith. This is...
You truly are a strict teacher.
Of course. This is how I've always been.
story, so excuse me for that.
Sorry to keep you waiting, Lord Inexagaris. It's been a while, Lord. I greet you on behalf of all the citizens.
It's you. I never expected that you...
By carefully into Lantern above, I have come as a testament to the justice of the
There are Antikytherans here? They have been a rare sight.
I am Lycurgus, though you may call me Lygus, holding an honorary position within the Council of Elders in Akima, and as the Theoros, I stand to protect. You know about us. We Antikytherans perceive the world through, just as I am conscious that Lady Aglaya is secretly listening in on our...
The demigod should know better, for such is her station. Spare those poor threats, and just let her listen to my words. They shall serve only to unveil...
May I interpret this?
I need not any plan, because she can do nothing other than petty espionage. As this, while I, Inexagaris, serving as the Grove's special envoy to Akima's Citizens' Assembly, have long known the extent of your abilities. Let's forego the formality of asserting authority, Lord Lygus.
Very well. Surely Lady Kindness would appreciate such assertion. She's been waiting. Follow me, please. Is there something...
Nothing, really. It's just a question that I contemplate every time before I ascend to Dawncloud. For the Titans, does the falling equate to death?
A pondering truly deep. Time is on our side. Do you mind sharing your reflections with me?
While all living beings must ultimately face their demise, Kefali has...
Are you suggesting that Kefali may not have truly passed?
Yes. For dying implies an ongoing process, an action, whereas death signifies a static state, a definitive termination. In contrast to mortals, Titans exist on a grander scale of space and time, thus elongating their passage into death. The notion of their fall is but a misinterpretation born of mortal ignorance.
An intriguing concept, albeit challenging to substantiate. After all, Kefali has maintained a profound silence ever since the era of...
Perhaps the gods in their arrogance deemed it beneath them to reveal their perspectives to mortals.
Could you elaborate on your statement?
Circes, the kin of the Sky Father as recounted in myths, now resides within my brain. Were I to inquire, Kefali would have no cause to refuse.
Oh.
That very well could be true. But what if the world-bearing Titan still chooses to remain silent?
In that...
Because I completely concur with you on this aspect. Please, Professor.
The children of humanity have indeed created a spectacle.
Welcome to Dawn Cloud. The atmosphere here carries a greater sense of solemnity than the mundane clamor of the Marmorial Palace, with entry permitted only to the invited. Only esteemed beings grace this place, and among them I've received priests, scholars, warriors, and now we even have the honor to be in the presence.
Once deemed a blasphemer, now a surrogate for revered divinity. The honor should rightfully be mine, shouldn't it?
I'll notify Kindness and the others of your arrival. Kindly wait for a moment. A soldier will be here to guide you shortly. In the meanwhile, you are welcome to explore.
I'm well aware of Kindness's methods.
Alas, I had hoped for a brilliant plan from you, but it turns out you just left.
Save your concerns.
I shall depart to explore the surroundings then. Now that I look around, I wonder if there are any murals bearing my portrait around here. I'm quite intrigued.
Off you go. I won't be joined. This Titan appears to be quite at ease.
Be aware. I can hear you.
Even blasphemous scholars can come here, it seems. Anaxagoras, I thought that you had done...
As Kephale's priest, are you not aware of the decorum of respecting the dead?
Surely you jest. You blasphemous heretics are not worthy of respect from the Supreme Being. Let me remind you that you're currently in Dawn Cloud, so you'd better keep your deranged language to yourself. I am no longer that altar servant from you.
I'm not sure whether I should laugh or cry right now. I can't believe that a follower such as you could have been made by, as I see it, a dead Titan can't provide you with this level of confidence, right?
You. Seeing how fond of you Elder Kindness is...
Seeing as we were able to hear of this matter from the mouths of others, it seems that Kindness is indeed...
Oh my, what a thrill.
Are you praising...
Praising him, of course. As a believer of the God of Deliverance, it is only natural that he detect...
Didn't you hear me? I asked you to leave.
Professor Anaxa! Over here!
Professor Anaxa? Word has it that the scholars of the...
You could say it's the fates toying with us.
It's only the Crimnoans and Idonians who chase glory. So, are you here to report the incident to the council? I heard that after the Black Tide devoured the grove, Akama would be next in line.
Tell me, how much does the Council of Elders...
Once Kindness and her followers learned of Circe's and Orynyx's fall, they proclaimed in the council that the Flame Chasers could no longer stand against the calamity alone. Yet, when the Crown Prince ascended to godhood and repelled the Black Tide, she immediately altered her tune, declaring that all was resolved beyond Akama, with the only remaining menace now being Aglaya and her adherents. They might well make their move at the upcoming Citizens' Assembly.
No surprises there, those shifty opportunists. Thank you for your honesty, virtuous student. Shouldn't you be searching for...
I was really curious, but it seems as though...
I've had enough of this. Could the 15th entry hour arrive any faster?
Oh, my. Could it...
Every plant, every tendril, no, even every leaf could be the embodiment of Circe's.
As a result, mere mortals who did not know what the Titan actually looked like chose to paint them as a giant tree instead. Their wisdom was portrayed as fruit, to symbolize how they shared their knowledge equally among the masses. Such exquisiteness indeed.
This mural is...
I really can't tell whether you are praising or demeaning yourself.
Of course I find such stuff. For all we know, this could be the answer to the question, what exactly are...
I, for one, am not willing to admit that I could look this ugly.
Was this...
Since you are aware of this, why did you...
From my perspective, this point alone was enough to separate...
How do two lunatics coexist in the same brain?
Therefore, it seems that your journey to Dawn-Cloud... What, then, is the intention?
The entire plan is stored in my memory. So why don't you...
Then don't mind if I... One you... Oh my. Even a member of the preeminent Seven Sages must hug his Dromastal to...
That's enough.
How unusual. Your soul is actually trembling. This must mean that behind this toy hides a secret that...
Since our days are both numbered, I don't... This is a present that my sister gave to me. It's a doll that was...
So there are other members in your family?
Don't you just love to pick through my brain? It won't take long. You'll discover the answer when you reach the memory.
Oh, the Black Tide.
When I was young, I couldn't accept this.
This...
Indeed it was. Everything started from that verdant courtyard.
Oh...
Not only that, he also believed that life, as well as the composition, movement, and transformation of matter, since all living things stemmed from the same origin, why could I not sacrifice myself?
Anaxa? But this is absolute blasphemy. Regardless of how much freedom the Grove provides, such an act could cause you to be burned at the pyre. Your beloved, where is she now? Send her away from the Grove at once, to a place where nobody will ever be able to find her. Otherwise, the both of us will be just...
Calm down, teacher. She's still not in the mortal realm, even to this day. It was naive of me to think that I could snatch the deceased from Thanatos' grip. Equivalent exchange. All I received for that price was but an opportunity to see her from...
Let it go, Anaxa. As one of my best students, never do something taboo ever again. Don't disappoint the deceased, and never harm yourself. If you can do that, this classroom will still be yours, and you'll have a chance to live out your own life.
Since I was at... You're right, teacher.
I am sincerely glad.
I wish...
Continue the research into souls, but you know that the Grove...
No, teacher. After my fleeting glimpse of the deathly fog, I finally I may have lost an eye, but my view of the world has become... I have grasped the truth with my bare hands.
Who would have thought such a... However, this story doesn't seem to be connected.
The answer lies within the tale. If even you cannot understand it, perhaps you should relinquish the divinity of reason to me. After all, it'd be a waste for you to hold on to it. My story ends here. Now it's...
Unfortunately, even if I was willing to talk about my past...
Oh? Are you saying that the
Child of humanity.
Now I understand. No wonder you asked me to answer your random, nonsensical question.
Not only that, you're the only one who...
Lord Anaxa. I saw you. I have a message from Lord Lygus. Lady Kindness...
Carefully. The one who created the world. If you truly have not met your end...
I didn't expect you to agree to Lady Kindness's invitation. What a wonderful turn of events. To tell you the truth, there are many people who hold grudges against that Lady Goldweaver.
Isn't that the Dromas draped in finery?
Avoid his gaze. I don't acquaint myself with blasphemers.
Don't worry. He's too full of pride to pay us any attention.
Your nickname is Dromas as well? You must really like those creatures.
A student of Empedocles? I hear that his views run counter to the Venerationists.
This is what being a scholar is about. A collision of ideas only occurs when there are differences in beliefs, and it is such collisions that lead to progress.
Yet, in my view, there are...
Lord Lygus and Lady Kindness are just ahead. I'll take my leave for now.
Welcome to the Demigod Council.
Lord Anaxagoras. I've heard head of the Nusporists of the Grove of Epiphany. Notorious blast. Did I miss anything?
Since Lady Kindness is already well acquainted. But then again, perhaps the customs are different here. And yet, ever since I arrived, I have not been well... Perhaps you intend to cut open my heart?
Everyone, stand.
Thank you for understanding. I am but a feeble scholar who is...
No need to be humble, my lord. From my perspective, your courage and gumption are worthy of the reputation of the Seven Sages.
So...
Well, since the Chrysos heirs are calling for war, we will respond in kind. Conflict is inevitable. Since Aglaya endeavors to suppress the virtuous commoners with blood of gold, we will not hesitate to display the rights and mettle of the citizens of Akima. As to your question of whether peace is still a viable option, well, to that I can only say this. And since you, as a Chrysos heir, accepted our...
What brazen arrogance. What you're saying right now is worlds apart from what...
I don't deny it. After all, they're responsible for cleaning up any threats, and just a moment, but now that you're an ally of ours, we can continue talking somewhere else. I was fortunate enough to have the opportunity to discuss a treatise about the Venerationists with your teacher, Empedocles. Yet, it seems you subscribe to the Nusporists instead, Lord Anaxa. I've heard that this school of thought is one with many detractors.
It's normal for ideas to have supporters and dissenters. Just like how there are two types of people in this world. Geniuses and dimwits.
Welcome back to the hub of the demigod. Surely you remember that countless eloquent orators have stood in this spot before, and this tiny stage is the most profound embodiment of Akama in centuries. In 15 days, may the both of us carry out our duty.
Oh my, 15...
Using death to prove myself, it's my
What strong conviction you have. As
expected.
That's enough, Lady Kindness. Dispense with the niceties. I only accepted your invitation so that I can serve the commoners alongside the members of the council.
Well, you say that now, but surely you also require...
You worry too much. She won't show her hand too freely, as she still needs to...
Even someone like me can tell that only a sliver of her humanity remains. Surely you're not...
As you're no doubt aware, Aglaia covets the core flame that I possess, which makes it the bargaining chip that allows me and the rest of you to negotiate with her. However, you're well aware how valuable Cersei's core flame will be in the era Chrysia that you talk is cheap. So you'd better act...
I understand. After all this, let us decide how much we can secure for ourselves and how much we're willing to sacrifice like true philosophers, with our words and wisdom. Continuing from the earlier topic, let us discuss our common enemy. She is the second most... Admittedly, there is ample reason for her to take your life. Yet is there anyone present who can swear by the sacred vow of Kefali and guarantee that you weren't...
If Aglaia required a suitably intelligent Chrysos heir, then I'm the best fit for her needs. However, it's quite evident that since I believe in neither Titans nor the prophecy...
At the very least, the both of us agree that this tyrant who wallows in extreme... However, I regret to say that sentiments in favor of the Chrysos heirs and Aglaia... Tell me, what are you willing to do for our esteemed citizens?
Aglaia's authoritarianism, conceit, and arrogance...
Surely you don't believe that such a tiny betrayal will be enough.
What's more, there are many who remain silent.
In the name of Kefali, Akamath, at this stage, it's clear that you and I understand the benefits to be won from this discussion. The Council of Elders has vowed to all citizens of Akama that it will always...
I am incredibly honored to have as the Theoros, I have observed the following. Lady
Oh. Well, I do believe that...
Feeling dissatisfied, Lady Kindness?
So you were holding back just now. So tell me, Anaxagoras, now that you're an ally of mine...
You can do as she says. Tell her that the Council of Elders merely wish to chat. However, by doing so, the authority of the No. More like two. At the next Citizens' Assembly, that young lady who is synonymous with death.
Oh?
Is that of importance to you? All you need, if Aglaia can seize me in full view of the masses today, is this the outcome that you wish to see?
Fine. I will handle this matter, but you do best to remember this. Fool, unless, of course, you...
Well, what...
gotta say that...
Dying to know what I'm...
I mean, I'm the reason...
Easy there. You'll learn the end. I didn't bring it up with her, purely because the true masters of Dawncloud have always been...
Unexpected visitor. Welcome once again. You know, you could actually skip all the pointless debate. I have no reason to refuse.
You may not, but kindness has. Whoever gets hold of Kefali's core, she's wary of me.
In my view, are you still willing to...
Yes, very much so. All if... Please, go ahead. Let me join you both. Oh, a bygone myth tells of an occasion where Kefali once answered their followers' questions on the peak of the holy mountain. Their followers have since believed that scaling this Titan cliff is one way of being with the god.
Hear that? It's not every day that you get to climb a mountain with Circes. You should sing me a hymn of praise.
Titan hymns are beyond me.
Go on ahead.
I have to admit, I never...
Because I know very well what it is you are. I believe Kefali will not do...
I hope...
It is my hope that you...
Looks good.
Honestly, this is my first time going up to Dawncloud's peak.
What a splendid view. Isn't it about time you...
Well, and even though I've come this far, I'm still doubtful. No? All right, we're just a short hike away from Kefali. No time to waste here.
So the intellectual debate from earlier was too draining for you, huh? If Amphorius gets a new lease on life, you should focus on...
Save your concern.
The Titan is in sight. Can you make it?
Why? Are you going to carry me? I know how far I can go, so just hold your tongue and come along.
Fine then. I guess I won't say any more. I'll just wait till your soul dissipates completely to gain control of...
Wait. Hey.
Huh?
Do we even get to see souls?
Oh? Why didn't you bring your favorite spear with you on...
Ah, yes.
Huh. It's unfortunate the black tide destroyed every last inch of my calyx.
How could that be? Even a creation of Georios. From their prized ores and molten...
Hey, Circes.
Naias? No.
I just saw him. Naias.
No. I have...
This is a departed spirit.
Enough about me. Did Cal... Seems like the price of becoming a...
Kaos. I've never heard of this person. Which type...
Look on the bright side, Naias. Since we've come all this way.
That's...
Hey! Are you
Yes. It's still you and I.
Carlos.
Never mind. I think I know what this is about. The souls.
What? But...
Beats me. For all, let's just keep going.
Know your limits.
I'm fine. So...
Of course. If I knew we had to climb a mountain.
I guess this also counts as one aspect of the world-bearing burden. If Amphorius does have a next life, you may want to get your body in shape.
Keep your sarcasm to yourself.
I'm not...
I would sooner throw myself off this cliff. I am Calypso of the eminent Seven Sages, after all.
Calypso? She's... No. She can't be. I would know her. Hey, Cersei's. They're gone. Doesn't matter. I can do this myself.
Oh, beautiful old world. Where are you now? Oh, legendary era Chrysia, return to the mortal realm. Splendid gods once walked the paths we walk.
We're here. Very well, then. So... This... I can hear it. I hear it. From this time.
Since we've come this far, let's...
Lord Nias and Miss Calypso, are you?
Yes.
Regrettably, he hasn't answered. The worst-case scenario is that he...
You're overthinking, Lord. And besides, we both know God.
That reminds me.
Oh, my sister needs more time to make sure the
Such a pity. Both of you have hearts kinder than anyone else.
Everything that I see and hear this, what may seem like a mundane conversation, the conjecture has taken shape. But no, because another one of my conjectures, fusing a mortal soul with that of a Titan to replace said Titan.
What are you thinking about?
Power and tree. Mercy's divine body. Majestic.
Is that so? You don't look the slightest bit amazed, though. Plus, you seem to be strangely familiar with the city around the Great Tree.
Merely something from the past that I won't go into.
Events of the past, huh? I was also I stood at this very...
You're a sky priest, yet you study at a place that is home to previous Titans. That is very counterintuitive.
Don't read too much into it. I mean, can mortals even hope to reach Aquila's realm? They're a strict and draconian god. Nothing like Cersei's. Reason is willing to share what is theirs with others, but Sky only expects people to revere them. You get what I'm saying, right, Denny?
Danny!
After all, the Titan that imprisoned you and Grey here in Amphorius is none other than Aquila themselves.
Danny.
But there will always be people who dream of soaring towards the sky. The Grove has a wealth of research on Aquila, and that is exactly what was just... I never thought Grey would... Yeah, there is no rest for the weary. In any case,
what we're looking for. Have you forgotten that you're talking to the chief physician of the Twilight Courtyard? Have more.
Oh, sorry, it's you. It's like nice.
Really now? Or you could. I'm kidding, Danny.
I'm on it.
Like until everything burns to ashes! Set the seeds ablaze! Attack detected. Perfect. May song bring us Who's the bleeding house? Fight to live! To travel.
Break's over.
Set the seeds ablaze! Gotta stop the bleeding. Here, try this! I don't burn
Break's
into
over.
strife in the world.
This is being in sync.
Commencing research. Listen to the final song of life.
I'm on it.
Join the battle.
Anyway, never mind that.
What am I in place here? Can you pop more quantity on the plate? Be quieter!
This is new. I didn't know. Might is an yet. It is also. Oh, let me. By the looks of them, these scrolls. Sure, go ahead. The Grove of Epiphany. As the sage, if we were to place this. Nearly everyone in Amphorius has heard the story of the skyships by now. Aquila's stature, that's why it's no use building giant skyfaring ships. Oh, but I do wonder if a supercharged mini Trevi cannon could. Newsporists primarily study the application of everyone considers Anaxa. Anaxa often says that every failure brings us one. Perhaps, to him, the crash of it's a shame that the. I have a bad feeling about this. Could there be more to what happened at the Grove? This is the Library of Philia, a place where the Grove stores its collection of tomes. Other than books, we've had more than our fair share of hilarious Nice? Whew. There are two. I can already. Why else would they call him the Great? Are the Titans truly an accurate reflection? They marched him straight to what he took on. The first allegation was. Do you agree that since the Titans created the heavens and earth, so the mountains, rivers, and seas must likewise be their creations? Anaxa would have probably been spared. Needless to say, his critics did. You claim to be studying so. Anaxa always wears an eye patch, never removing it, even when alone. Some say he used one of his eyes as every being in the world owes their safekeeping. Thankfully, they had no way to prove it, so it amounted to nothing more than an allegation in the end. One by one, Anaxa engaged in wars of. It was only after a brief silence that he answered. I have never denied that Titans are meant to be noble constructs. Yes, I'm not sure how that controversy was eventually resolved, but what's for certain, at least, is that by the way, this I'm talking about. It's a well-kept secret. Even the administrator with the Grove in this state. place. Materials for alchemical experiments. No, not huh? That? What's going on? Anaxa... It wouldn't have been so strange if he had focused only on Cassie, given her own... now... It wouldn't have been so... now... Danny, look at this. My biggest fear. Anaxa was carrying out experiments on soul transmutation. Yes, this is what he was secretly conducting research on. Something he had to keep hidden from... Oh, do you remember when the black tide was approaching? That's right. But what if Professor Anaxa... Put yourself in his shoes. Exactly. When the black tide came, No. Judging from how he reacted after the event, the result... The manuscripts detailing all the alchemical formulae have been taken away. Like... what? No. He's after Kefali.
Sir, this sky above...
Of course not. This is just an image from a projection device used for educational purposes. The day-night cycle has been lost to this world. So that students like you may still learn about the night sky, astronomers have harnessed the Titan's miraculous power to manipulate the light. Much like how the sky above the holy city is also illuminated by Kefali's You mustn't conclude that, Anaxa. You should know that often people know more than they...
And they're just deluding themselves. We have already realized that
So much time has passed since you sowed the seeds of doubt in my heart, child. Many a night.
Why? Because we'll face...
As a sage of the Venerationists, my soul has already, but above all else, my days are numbered. Instinctively, I have my doubts about the golden blood and the human soul, yet I have no means of verifying them. The golden blood in my veins is woefully thin, and I am loath to waste what little time I have left obsessing over a hypothesis that cannot even be proven in the...
But I can, sir. I can...
You're right. I shall do just that. Go. Establish. Find out what we are. Become the one.
Child of... You didn't go to such lengths.
So if I were as foolish as Adromas...
Before...
I'm sure you're familiar with the story of the Styxians. When the raging waves threatened to swallow them,
They didn't just give up and become sitting ducks. They call me a blasphemer, Xerxes, as I see it. Titans.
Oh? If power that rivals the Titans is what you...
Why stop at harnessing the power? The source of life is what I wish to grasp. To one, thanks to you, I've had the chance to personally verify, in more ways than one, that the soul indeed ceases to exist in death. But where there is death, there is... How then is a soul born? That...
And by the sound of it, you...
No. I have already drawn a conclusion.
Professor Anaxa. I'm here.
Of course. I'll bring this to a conclusive... However, in accordance with the principle of...
As you wish.
Don't you care to know what the...
It's a matter of uncovering the truth about the Death Titan. This may be the only time I can ever save someone's life.
I see.
Indulge me. Am I correct to say that you...
Before I begin, I must confess, as unrelated as these two propositions may seem at first glance, they aren't. The reason I say this is as I've mentioned earlier.
Anaxa?
Yes, I am but a living dead man now. But that's not important. What truly matters is, that's not all. Remember how I said you were...
And I've told you that I have no recollection of such...
Because that wasn't you. That...
Calypso?
Huh? Oh, that's the name. And surely you...
It seems you've lost even the memories seared into your soul. Use your head, Xerxes. Since all of this took place in the realm of the living cannot step foot into that world. So who could they be? The answer is evident. Those fallen heroes are the mortal incarnations of the Titans before their ascensions to godhood. The gods aren't master creators born out of... Does this answer to...
Yes.
Even on the off chance that you speak...
But it matters not.
You can revive a Titan?
Humans cannot return from the dead. But all we need to do is look at this. If I'm reborn as Kefali, I can rebuild the world and all within it.
I have news from Hyacinth and Danhung.
Kefali? But what could Anaxa want?
That is not possible. He is indeed the great performer, capable of fooling anyone. No need for guilt, for this is good news to us. The Council of Elders has found themselves a traitorous ally. Anaxa's ambitious desires will be something we can exploit. What we should be doing now is to keep our eyes peeled. Being Akima's political center, the Demigod Council holds just as much significance as the Vortex of Genesis. Someday, after my duty is over, this site will take the place of the battlefield where you hunt gods. Become the next challenge you ought to. Till then, it's best to get used.
Preposterous! The Christos heirs only have...
It's been a while. What is that supposed to mean? Is this really the...
It has indeed been some time.
Shh! Keep it down. Be more vigilant. See those duplicitous dogs over there? I've already ordered my people to hold them back, but we should still lay low.
My bad.
Did you hear thunderclaps last night? Thunderclaps are beacon signals of strife. They are a message from the young lord.
Watch out. The Flame Reaver is back.
I guessed as much. We didn't actually kill them back.
I figured this is something you would want to know.
You have my gratitude. I will.
Remind her to be on her toes while you're at it. That vicious kindness is those lackeys she keeps undercover have been going in and out of the city a lot more frequently.
That's...
Looks like you...
We should get back.
By Catholic into Lenten above, as the Theoros I have observed.
Aglaya!
I know about the poisonous fangs of that.
What did...
It is no longer about eloquence or arguments. I have been a demigod for far too... This has come a lot sooner than I expected. But... perhaps...
Yes, this...
It is far easier. There is no glory in winning.
I appreciate what you've taught me.
Oh, you've done well, Lord Calictus. Let me take over and personally close this debate for today. Dearest counselors, let it be known that I sorely miss the blissful times portrayed in lyrical poems. Back then, Amphoria, yet in the present, people from all over are forced to leave their homeland to seek refuge in the holy city where they hope to rest under Kephali's protection. All of us have long been in the same boat with no... We didn't have a choice in the past, but now... The Council of Elders brings to the table a new possibility. Would you rather strive toward the unheard of Era Nova? Or return to the prosperous Era Chrysia of our past? Now, which of the two would lead?
We all know that Era Chrysia is a thing of the past, Lady Kindness. Please,
Let the three titans of calamity be born, and Era Chrysia is nevermore. But bring demise to those titans, and Era Chrysia will descend upon us again. Know that the Council of Elders is never one to make empty promises. Look at who we have. Anaxagoras, one of the Grove's 7 sages. And Castorus, Idonia's goddess. With the help of these 2 heroes, I can...
Aren't they Chrysos heirs?
It's clear from the start that these heroes do not get along well in their group. All the more proof that Aglaya is unfit to speak on behalf of every Christ.
Era... Castorus? Why are you...
You finally arrived.
Don't worry, Aglaya.
Well, tell me, dears, if we successfully retreat and return Thanatos' core flame without any...
The answer is simple. we will have a chance to...
He's one of the 7 sages.
Your proposal is much too idealistic.
Remember what I previously said? Carefully tell me, dear citizens.
Oh. Citizens,
after the destruction of the...
Yes!
This is bad.
Anaxa, pray tell. Everything that you've...
Thank you, Lady Aglaya, for still caring. For Castoris, Idonia's goddess of...
with that, thereafter, if we are a...
With the balance shattered, the result is clear. Akama has chosen her destiny.
Aglaya, dear...
Wag your tongue as much as you like. Since... Well,
My apologies, In actuality...
The reason I say this is as I've mentioned earlier.
Anaxa?
Yes.
Have you heard of this a tale about the ocean? It was a seaside town until one day it barged into the queen assembled. It was then that a deviant... The princess was reborn. Worse still, the terrifying death had consumed...
Until?
Until?
Oh, my... It seems that you still... So, according to your... And yet, what
A miracle that I created with alchemy.
Oh, my goodness.
Quiet, Titan. Continue to enjoy this.
Dragon, huh?
In that case...
I think that this so-called alchemy was a tenuous...
Indeed. Before I left home to pursue my education, I never even knew that anybody was looking into this area.
Therefore, we can just treat this tale as...
A fable, you say?
I guess it might be the...
Oh? I thought the moral might be closer to something... What?
No, I merely realized that we're both thinking of the same principle. If...
Indeed. As expected of the wisest scholar in the land.
You flatter me.
Of course.
If I imparted my knowledge, would you use it to resurrect?
What? What kind of strange question is this?
Oh?
Death is inevitable. If such a mighty power really exists, after all, you, me, my time is finally here.
You shall wither, and through that, it is a pity that fate is such...
Is there no other way of interpreting those words?
I'm afraid that the meaning is clear. Between my sister and... I'm afraid that my sister is prepared to sacrifice herself. How absurd. What should we do?
Since Chaos is willing to guide all of us and leave this trial to the end...
That's right. Don't allow the fog of an uncertain future...
Trial, prophecy... But these 3 people must not have left their...
Amphorius' history before the Titans were born. I have long held 3 hypotheses about this.
Calypso, and this warrior...
Regarding this matter, Nias, are you...
Of course. Though, I am worried about what will happen.
Looks like you have...
Yes, this is...
Completely separating courage. You really know...
Please, young lady. Witness my...
I do not understand.
Because this is our destiny. The power that... Furthermore, a valorous death before glorious return has always been the path. Despite being death's trip, let's chat, young lady. Perhaps since there's still time.
Of course. As the embodiment of Nikador. That means.
Looks like one hypothesis of mine has already been proven true. If so, the chosen one of
Polixia.
If this is true, as long as we can find out where she...
But before that, we first need to... Nikador's...
I've heard that these... Sealed with it...
They use their...
honor. And finally...
Cheer up, young lady.
all farewells in this world.
No, young lady. As a warrior, I have witnessed.
Although only a sliver of your soul remains.
To be honest, I don't know either. I am just enjoying what remains.
Enjoying?
Indeed. Along this journey that we've taken together, not only have I changed the world, and now I have reached the journey's end.
But when you depart the mortal realm, separation and death are two sides of the same coin.
Finally, the first time I returned from the battlefield, the calamity had devoured everybody on the battlefield. It was late into the night by the time the banquet. It was a crazed scholar looking at the night sky and muttering to himself, "Do you think that it'd be better if we just died on the roadside like a couple of stray?" To my surprise, he shrugged his shoulders.
How does someone who is currently experiencing death, dying and living, afford this? Now please, go away and don't block...
Are you trying to say that there is no difference between living and death?
That's exactly what life is, and death is, but a scale to measure how. Therefore, young lady, don't detest your fate.
The embodiment of strife, telling me about the majesty of the world.
Indeed. I believe that when the fated moment eventually arrives, you will be able to understand my words. It is time for me to knock on death's door. I will set up a long table at the end of the road and humbly await your arrival. When that moment finally comes...
I knew this day would eventually come.
Are the both of you ready?
Polixia, I'm here. What?
This is quite interesting.
Is this... Is it... Now, it's time for us to... Are you afraid? What are you afraid of?
That
You shall wither, and through that, the dead will sprout again from the remains, and be... As foretold in the prophecy, and according to our vows, once it all ends, we must...
Even if it was prophesied. Let me do it, sister. Let me be death's sacrifice. I was the one who wasted your life after all.
I don't think that my life was wasted. Just the opposite. When I finally arrived at this destination and looked back at the journey I took, I discovered that flowers had long since bloomed along the path I walked. It was you who sowed the seeds for this sea of flowers, one that is more beautiful than the promised land at the end of the world. Besides, I have lived a fulfilling life.
How could my memories of you...
Well then, tell me, I don't know either. But regardless of what the answer is, regardless of how we're shaped, ever since we were born, the fact that we existed was predestined, and nothing could erase it. This is why I will... We're twins. All right, my dear Polixia. It's time to extract my heart. After that, use it to plant the fruit.
If I imparted my knowledge of the... would you use it?
Death is inevitable. If such a mighty power really exists even now, my answer, this is why, sister, in the prophesized new world, I shall go now. Return to the ocean god's treasured. I shall open wide the entrance to the nether realm, and grant, remember, do not look back. As for the price of our equivalent.
Everybody, we've come to the end. I'm certain of this now. Just like the flame chase journey of today.
What a startling revelation. This means...
I believe that this is the truth behind the Era Nova as...
This, besides, those twins in the past. Even...
Are their whereabouts truly unknown? In our world, there exists a city which perfectly matches the...
But the people there worship Vagusa and bear no relation to Thanatos.
Take this.
This is...
The Nuspor's masterpiece. The Philosopher's Stone. Remember? I've mentioned before that the art of alchemy is all of... Think about the story of the dragon. This stone will lead you to your real...
You still look as confident...
Simple. I shall merely admit to the entire world. However, my line of thinking will not fail, because actions speak louder than...
I've already searched for... But before I leave...
That was the world imprinted in Kefali's soul. If we are to prove its existence, you must take the final step.
I understand.
Hey, child of human...
Don't get antsy. I still remember as a scholar. I do not wish to offer up ambiguous...
I merely wanted to ask, if so, rebirth...
Why not? When I was a child, I lost someone dear to me. Now I'm merely forsaking my...
Why are you always...
This is but a necessary sacrifice on my path.
Can someone who's dead even claim to be the purest of them all?
No. It's just the opposite. It means that I can actually ascend to godhood and reshape this absurd world that you all have created.
That's...
Lady Aglaya, you know that the core flame of death has always been the greatest. Professor Anaxa has come to a consensus with Kindness. They want to suspend the trial once Thanatos' core flame is reclaimed, hoping thus to eradicate death. But I know this runs counter to your wishes. Honestly, it's difficult for me to assess. The Titan could be very near.
Well said. You already had every reason to seek an audience with Thanatos. It's that a world without death.
If fate dictates that... Lord Mighty showed me that without taking the first step, I
have always hoped to hear you speak your mind, Cass. And I am glad to have heard your Stixia. I visited that place in the past. Though it is go, I will not stand in your way. As for you, Castoris, I too...
I hate to put a damper. If Stixia is now an island...
The answer is quite simple. In the myths, Zagreus once made the domain of the dead their treasure vault. And if they could do that, then it follows that the demigod who inherited their divinity. I'll see you at Memorial Palace at Action Hour tomorrow. Cypher shall be your guide.